Hello, everyone. I'm glad to have you on our question and answer about aging well. I'm glad to have you here today. Today, we'll be sharing questions on how to age well using a caption, dementia. I have a speaker who will be leading us on the questions and the answers to listen and gain how dementia can affect your life and how handle yourself or somebody you know who has dementia. We have a speaker who is called Ankleda Kaida, and they specialize in dementia because she had a master degree on health and social care and autism. So she can handle these things better as required. Like today, I'm going to introduce her now. She will come up. We start from question number 1. So, Ankrida, come and greet your audience. Wow,
Hello.
you're here. You're welcome, Ankrida. She is very well on answering these questions. And if you listen to her, you will grasp what will help you to be able to go through dementia. And Creda, you're welcome.
Thank you for inviting me, Vivian. It's nice to join.
You're welcome.
Today I'm going to speak about dementia. I finished the uni for the teacher, but dementia is something I'm interested in because we all asking ourselves sometimes why we forgotten things, where we are messed up, and sometimes you get in, they need to answer which you sometimes you study or Google it them. I'm going to start with the question.
So we're going to the question now. We're going to start with question number 1.
Yeah, I'm going to share the screen with the question, and if I have any problems, sorry about the screen.
Okay. That's lovely. Yeah, here you are. So question number growth beacon question time for aging well. Very good. The speaker is Ankleda Taye, and she is here to answer these questions. We are going to start question number 1 to 5 in the first screen. Question number 1 says, what is dementia? Please, can you help us with the answer?
Dementia. Dementia is not one disease, but many. We have so many diseases, which is all put in dementia. It's term of many dimensions, and it has the appearance of proper medical condition that graduated from basic hygiene to a more sophisticated modern understanding of health with one size fits all approach. Even researchers and doctors they say still is much to learn about dementia. It is going through. And the second question is, what is the early signs of dementia?
The early signs, okay.
Yes. This is something like not everyone have dementia. If you keep forgetting or messed up, it's sometimes cool with disease, with stress and whatever going or concentrated, because it doesn't need to come straight away or have dementia, going to have dementia. The early recognizing the signs of dementia is dementia can arise from many different sources, but it has some common features which is tend to be seen in most of people who have it. Especially at a certain age, going to the 16 and a half, it gets more dementia get caught up. They forgive things that are supposed to be new. They must remember something later, but they don't seem to recognize that it was just imparted to them. They also might forget things that are supposed to be really essential, like dates of events they were just involved in. The other thing is they have a hard time following plans. They might seem like that starting to, but when you get close and look at what's really, you can see what's really going on. is clearly the muddled when it comes to the kinds of details that are really key to making the plans work. Sometimes they feel messed up. They think they're doing okay, but they're not. They mix about the morning, afternoon, or in evening. They lose track of it, and they might even lose track of types of things the people do or different times or seasons. It just kind of, you forget the glasses, you take the bottle of milk from fridge to make tea, and you forget you put it in cupboard. It just kind of, the silly things we're not supposed to, but they're still doing because for the time being they forget. It's like it's part of dementia, or when they got lost for a moment, they need time to recognize them. The second one is steps of diagnosing dementia. This is something like
what again? What is the second? Is it the second types of sign?
Yeah, there are different types of dementia.
Right, the science that we are in the science.
Yeah, but we can put
the science.
Yeah, the early signs are finished, but I want to know how they can recognize steps for diagnosing dementia. They need to. It's just kind of early signs to have the help.
Yeah, the bottom line of early signs of dementia is forgetfulness. As you can see that she has mentioned that when somebody is in early signs of dementia, the person can be forgetting even the particular thing she or he is doing at the particular moment. That moment, they tend to remember things of the past easier than things they do at the present time. They can just pick out from the something from the fridge, like something they want to drink tea. They bring out a tin of milk, and they don't remember that they have it in their hands. They will start looking for it. They have forgotten that they were having it. So early signs of dementia seem to be forgetfulness and doing funny things they think they're doing right, but they are not right. So these are the early signs of dementia. We are going to, as we can see that question number 2 and number 4 looks alike. So we are going to go to the fourth question, which says, what are the different types of dementia? So we want to know the different types of dementia, as the different types shows different signs and symptoms. So as you are mentioning them, please tell us also their signs. Thank you.
The different signs, the different types of dementia. You have Alzheimer's disease, which is made to 60 to 70% of dementia cases. And in all of them, common symptoms include memory loss, impairment, judgment, personality changes, and inability to perform daily activities.
You see?
And we have Alzheimer's disease, which is symptoms are included memory, language disorder. This is the worst one, Alzheimer's disease. We have vascular disease, which is make 10 to 20% of dementia cases. And common symptoms include impairment, motor skills, and judgment. We have frontotemporal dementia, which makes up to 10% of dementia cases. The common symptoms is personality changes and language impairment.
Okay.
And we have low body dementia, makes up about 5% of dementia cases. The common symptoms include hallucination, disordered sleep, impairment thinking, and impairment motor skills. And the other one is other dementia, which is make 5% of dementia cases. In over research in terms used to describe a multi-attitude of brain disease. This is the brain disease and their symptoms. The effect dementia is affected to the brain. It's the brain disease.
So this is the types of dementia she has mentioned. You see, all of them have their own types of signs and symptoms. So this will help us to know when the type, when someone is suffering, either you or somebody around you is suffering dementia. It can help you to differentiate and also help to diagnose in the hospitals the what the person is suffering and how to be able to help the person to cope with the dementia. Because as we know through the introduction, that dementia cannot be cured but can be managed, and can help the person cope with the dementia through the knowledge of all these types and the signs and symptoms, to help people around, to help the person suffering it to be able to cope. So we are going to go to question number 5, which is the dementia hereditary?
Um, I can say yes. Hereditary is the truth of those diseases which has been laid out in your genetic can cause your future health issues to come to light. When you are more issues with more relatives or family, this is why the usually people need to find as much as possible about disease, what kind of genetic disease they have in a family, included high blood pressure, high cholesterol, heart disease, diabetes. This is when can increase the odds of dementia. Come into play with even worse situation, Alzheimer's, because Alzheimer's is the worst grade of dementia, which is going because you're going from early stages, middle stage of dementia, they're going to the highest dementia when you are Alzheimer's. Them and they need to follow the diet regime, what to do and what you cannot do to reduce the onset of underlying disease towards dementia. And you need to see the dietary how what you can eat and cannot eat for to keep the fit.
So
The
now, are you on number 6?
Yeah, I'm going in there. I just stop it
So
for to
okay,
go.
so dementia is not completely hereditary. Is there any of them that is hereditary and those that are not?
Yeah, the dementia is even related from the most of dementia is related from the genes, but for to slow down dementia or to work there, like to avoid dementia, you need to find your genetic family history, medical history in both sides, which is you can work what to do and what you cannot do for to improve your health. The
Okay.
but surgery is from the sometimes it depends. Sometimes you have it in your genes because of disease in family in a family tree. What you have?
Okay. So is there any other thing that can cause hereditary, I mean, can cause dementia? Any other thing that if it is not hereditary, it is this one.
If
So,
you have the we live in a world of electronics.
oh, all right.
We have like is everything the technology is around. It just affect us and just make the life shorter because with technology no activity and that and just
Yeah.
kind of your brain doesn't work like they used to work. This is sometimes you need to go in fresh air and to avoid all the electrons that come into you. It
All
just
right.
usually the generation of which is have more technology is going to suffer more with dementia than generation before.
Okay.
It just kind of you need to take a break to avoid all what you have around the technology and therefore to have a healthy life to need to
So
fresh
now
air
what?
people not everything electronics because those one it just doesn't work good with your health.
All right. So now, now, it's sometimes hereditary and sometimes through your closeness to electronics, your use, the way you use electronics, how you expose yourself to electronics might cause this dementia to people. So this is what I'm learning now, that the most maintenance is a genetic. It can come from genes of the person, and that many people can be affected through the use of electronics. So thank you so much, Ancreda, for revealing this to us. We are learning, and we have to continue to learn and know how to avoid them. So in question number 6, it says, can dementia be prevented or cured?
No, dementia cannot be prevented, but it can slow down. It can
Okay.
slow down with the, kind of make it a bit later, kind of certain. Everyone want to be as much as possible to be healthy, to avoid all the sickness.
Yeah.
But you need to certain intervention to be postponed the appearance of telltale symptoms, if not reduce the, incident. And more you need to do exercise, regular physical activities, walking, swimming, yoga to engage them. You need to keep a diet,
Yep.
eating a brain healthy diet, especially with fruit and veg, the proteins. They say that even the fish is good for your brain, for health.
Okay.
Partake in changing mental task, like Sudoku and everything, know everything with computer, like being social engaged, like with a friend's family, going out, they have cafe, sometimes they call dementia or
Okay.
pre-dementia cafe. You need to go, just you know it's good for your interviewing with the people, family. It just kind of not just keeping your, not with interfering with that, in your social, when you feel safe, like not to go out to speak to, you know getting enough sleep, the 4 F's of
Wow.
sleep: flop, flip, flop again, and finally doze. Work better than all sleep numbers mattress for electrically inducing the symptoms as they got to closer them. And we have paying attention to ongoing medical condition.
Hmm.
No living with medical neglected, like hypertension, high cholesterol, or diabetes, other than dopamine induced diabetes coma for next 5 steps to not getting damper, they can be risky business for the braining. The
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
for just kind of, you need to pay attention your ongoing medical condition, whatever to them. And steering clear of abuse, alcohol, smoking, you know, or substances. Overdoing it can be kind of dangerous for the brain, because dementia is related with the brain. And brainstorming better with a fewer mental health problems. Is you need to the link problem of brain health and mental well-being are enough of concern, that if someone is very near dear is walking around on
Hmm.
other side of precaution place for brain math border, they need therapists. Like, you need to be careful, like, you need to be safe place. You need to have people which is good energy in you, not the people which is bad energy. How this there, just kind of to mental health, which is a big issue as well, but dementia is more problem.
Wow. So which shows that dementia is more deadly than even mental health. Yeah. So we are learning now that
Mental health,
dementia can
yeah, the
be.
stress overwhelming and everything,
Yeah.
depression, which caused is the part it can go to dementia and extreme, because you say stress can go to depression, stress and everything, anxiety go depression, but you have depression which is go to dementia. It just
Yeah.
kind of
Okay.
getting higher, It's look like if you don't look after yourself and don't die, just keep carry on.
Yeah, okay. So if lack of exercise can promote dementia, lack of eating balanced diet can promote dementia. But if we are doing this by ourselves, like indulging in exercises and eating normal diet, from a balanced diet, and looking after ourselves, doing brain exercise, like solving some issues like mathematics and so on, these can help us to cope or avoid dementia. So thank you so much. We are grateful for these answers. If there is another one, please, can we go to question number 8? Can we go to question number 8 now? And
We have the number 7, treatment option for dementia. What are treatment options for dementia?
so do we still have more options for the treatment of dementia? Number 7.
Medication. Yeah, you have medication. There are therapists. You have
Okay.
the supportive care. Yeah, it's not cure for dementia, but treatment option focus and manage symptoms and
Yeah,
improving
going
quality
to
of life.
therapist. Okay,
Yeah,
seeking for help, like going to therapist,
it's different medication the doctor describe
the
you. The
medication.
therapist, you have the kind of remember like things. You have and supportive cares like dementia cafe and the going.
Okay.
Yeah, we can go to number 8.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What
How
is
can I support?
how can I support a loved one with dementia?
Um, it's a little bit hard, especially you're thinking you're going to have someone with dementia, or you have parents, family, or them, or your your partner, your husband, them.
Yeah.
Is something person you need to allow the person to keep as much control in his or her life as possible, because it doesn't have sex orientation, which is both doesn't discriminate. This dementia is for both them. You need to respect the personal space, dignity. Sometimes, because dignity, when I say sometimes, is they forget people with dementia, especially with Alzheimer's, the highest one. They forget to go to toilet. They wet
Yeah.
themselves. They just kind of, it just kind of, and if the other people, kind of embarrassment as well. Maybe they don't I think they don't remember that, but still, in one point, they have feeling, they have emotion. You need to build quiet times into the day along with activities. Is You need to keep around to them well loved, thing, object, photographs, for person to feel secure, because sometimes you think, oh, is their room is overloaded, especially the older age, they try to keep everything, the flower, the photo, something like that, but really they have memory on them. It just they keep them going. It just kind of remind them something. And activities, you need to engage them in activities, or if you are dementia, you have like meet them, you can manage your life but still you have dementia, you need to concentrate and discipline yourself with activities. And top of this, we need to prioritize their safety and well-being through clear communication. You need to have patience and structured environment.
Thank,
Activities, you
thank
need to
you.
have
So
safety around to see person is safe, and to make them clear what do you mean or what you say. It's like the small child, you try with a small child, with a baby, you try them to learn to walk and to be the same. With the older age, it's like they're losing their walk, they're losing their walk.
yeah,
You
okay.
need to try them to move and to that keep up as much as possible. You have to, to have the safe environment is the same for the older age as well, for special people, because the dementia is more for certain age, the older age. And with
Yeah.
the older age, like forgetting things, it's like, but they go with the babies. They go in, in a life with the people coming back in a life. It's just
Yeah.
going. It's like the person start wetting themselves, start walking, to start
Yeah.
keep on walking. With them, it start losing the walk, like wetting themselves. It just kind of losing memory. Just kind of opposite side. This is the life we go and we starting and we finish in the same way.
Yeah.
Um,
Thank you
and
so much, Uncle. Is there any more ways to support these people?
Yes, the first one, communication, environmental and daily routine, emotional support, and seeking professional help. Because sometimes
Okay.
you can be expert on you there, or I know I can read, I can Google, but sometimes it's good to have expert, to seek that professional help. It just kind of to help them. And sometimes
Okay.
you need a break as well. You need them. And
Okay. Thank you. Okay, I think you have elaborated how to support how the loved one can be supported when they have dementia, and you have just said everything that is very very important in dementia handling, like they lose themselves, they cannot control themselves, sometimes they may start wetting themselves. So being patient is one of them. You be patient with them, you help them when they're confused, you help them direct their ways, so that, and even when they're not losing a balance, if you're available and you're observing, you will be able to help them not to fall. You will help them. Some of them cannot even eat properly. They can pick their food and start putting it in the ear without knowing where the food was going. Then if you are there caring for her or him, you can direct the food very well. You can also make sure that the patient is environmental maintained, so that they cannot harm themselves, nor even fall into any pit or anything by your directing them, because this is affected by aging. Is During aging, the person might be behaving like sort of like a kid, because as they are aging, they are losing their environment, they are losing their senses, they are losing because of this presence of dementia. So being around your loved ones when they're feeling suffering dementia helps them a lot to be able to coordinate in certain times, and even if they are not coordinating, you are there for them. Thank you, Ankreda, for answering this, elaborating all these things that we can do to help our loved ones, because it's important. Thank you. So we're going to go to question number 9. What resources are available for caregivers? These people that are looking after this of dementia people, sometimes they get problem too. So they need to look after what resources are available to for them.
You have support organization and helplines like Carers UK. You have Dementia there. You have local social services, even like memory cafes. You have financial and legal support, like you can call them. And there are support groups and forums like Alzheimer's Society Dementia Support. And is the place when connect with other givers as well. You can find, even Google it online. You can go to citizen advice. It's like it's a lot, just you need to look for them. Even you have the carers. I think a lot of some shop as well, like provide economical, like financial, discount for the carers. It just the only one you need to ask and you need to Google it. Found, in these days we have email and everything can contact them.
Yes. Thank you again. So she has said all these things like Care UK, like other people, even this growth beacon who organizes question and answer. You can come there and learn. Who even organizes presentation, teaching people on how to care for aging. You can attend one of their events to learn how to how to handle these loved ones when they have problem, and even how to care for yourself. So it is important that we know how the caregivers are being taken care of too, because they themselves sometimes they undergo what is known as stress or anxiety, because their loved ones are losing it. They can also be suffering from one problem or the other when caring for these people. So they also need resources that one might help them. They can call their loved ones to substitute with them. They can even go for holiday certain times. They can look after themselves, go to hospital and attend to themselves too. So this is and they can as well search in the local areas how to get help when they need it, so that they don't also fall sick like other people, the people that are caring for. So this is it. We have opportunity for all these things in the local areas. You can find them. So number 10 says, how can I maintain my own health while caring for someone with dementia? I think we have already okay.
Yeah, it's just kind of the dementia. It's another problem because you're dealing with someone, but in the same time, you just get stressed out. You just kind of endure everything.
Yep.
And as dementia caregiver, you need to prioritize your own health is crucial. You need to maintain regular checkups. You need to seek support and make time for self-care activities, prevent burnout, and ensure you can effectively care for your loved one.
Yeah.
It's something, it's like when you are a mom, you have the kids you need to look after, tired, and you still carry on because you need to do it, especially
Yeah.
when you don't have help and family around. The This is for the people who caring with the dementia people. It just, you need to be, if you are not okay, the other person cannot be okay, because if you are not healthy, you get sick, you cannot be able to look after him. This is why you need to look after yourself. You make your own. You need to rest, sleep. You need to prioritize the rest, care, rest, sleep, nutrition. You need to eat properly. Sometimes it's stress, especially when you have someone with Alzheimer's that forgot to go toilet, and it's a stress, and your well-being is like keep doing the same non-stop, and just kind of you don't have break, even you forget to go fresh air. Sometimes even you don't have family, you decide not to have family on your own because you're looking after the someone who had dementia, kind of stopping. It just kind of creates you stress and mental and everything. You hear a lot of stories in this world for the people who are the carers, especially with dementia, which is the worst. You have all the sickness together, them, and seek support and take breaks. You need to ask for support, for help, and you take the break because you need it as well. You are a human being as well. You don't want to break down. And you have in online about therapy, talking therapy, what you think, like which is good as well, because sometimes you need to say what you express, and better than to build it up in yourself. It just it helps you and manage the, if you can share, someone can help you as well, share responsibility, which is give you a break. Or if you have the family, you can employ someone to come for certain days. It just all need to be together.
Okay, in that sense, what do you have to tell the public now about dementia? Just in few words, like two sentences. What do you have to tell them about dementia as our question has come to an end? What do you have to tell them so that
Uh, what I want to say, that dementia is part of our life. Want it, we don't want it, he's going to come. You just need to watch. It's like one point I described like with a head. H is for hereditary. Hereditary. E is for environmental, with all environment affect us. Erdria, which is the genetic, family genetic. You need for sickness, you need to check yourself. You need for environment to check all, to make stress free, look after yourself. Them, and you have A for addiction, like addicted with the, and D is for dietary. You need to know what you're eating, and activities as well, which is coming with A. It just can't. You need to watch yourself, to look after, and then dementia is related with your brain, with your function, and a certain stage. And don't overdo things. Don't overdo, because kind of affecting you. Even you say I have stress, I have this one, you go in depression. From depression, you go into dementia. All the sickness you have, the health issues going to affect, like altogether. It just kind of, we all need to understand dementia to be prepared and to avoid, at least to live as much as we have healthy and active.
Wow.
Try to avoid to have break from all technologies coming around. This look like we turning robots and kind of affecting our mental health and our body as well, the health including from the eyes, and everything is related. The
Thank you so much, Ankleda. I'm so grateful that you have taken your time out to answer these questions. I'm sure our public will appreciate what you have done, because they have learned. Most of the people don't even know what dementia is, but you have now taken your time to answer these questions. You have broken it down to our own knowledge that dementia is what we can try to avoid early enough by exercising our brain, by answering, shorten our activities that stresses us, by living the life of good diet and having some rest from activities that causes depression, and so on and so forth. With this, I can say thank you and see you
okay.
another time.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Vivian.
Yep.
Thanks. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Bye. Bye bye,
Bye.
Ankleda. So what we Great Beacon people are saying is aging is a grace, because many people have tried to age, but due to one thing or the other, they cannot age very well. And that is why we have organized this presentation of question and answer to help all of us to age well, to know what to avoid and what to do to help us age well. So we are grateful for the speaker who has helped us, and we ask you to support us by subscribing, so that we will always bring up something that will help all of us in aging very well and aging marvelously. So thank you very much for listening, and they help us by contributing, liking our page, and also, if you have question that is still you don't understand, you can ask it, and we will be happy to answer you. Thank you once again.